Oh, Joe Schoen just talked at the Combine. This Tim's New York Giants Trade Talk. Powered by Big Blue LLC. Want to talk about swinging for the quarterback fences? Want to talk about everything going on in the Schoen and Ott's mind? You want to see the anatomy of a desperate man? It's Joe Schoen. John Mayer's already come out and said, "Hey, listen, Joe, I better be happier next year than I am right now." Yeah, but when you have desperation, when you are going through the process, Joe Schoen doesn't pick quarterbacks. He's got a 3-year track record of not picking fucking one. But I love it. But let's get right into the Schoenisms. I love Schoenisms. This one's talking about the number 3 pick. You can barely hear the guy.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do on that. You know, this is a great opportunity for us, obviously, in Indy, first time to get around some of the prospects and have conversations with them, first time meeting them. So we've got a lot of work to do on the number 3 pick. We've done a lot of work throughout the fall and the
we always do a lot of work around the fall. We always do, and then we always get it wrong.
Prospects, but this phase of the calendar is getting to know who they are as people, what the fit's going to be, and then obviously free agencies before the draft. So 2 weeks from now the roster will look different. So we have an idea of 3 to 5 players, 6 players, 7, whatever it may be.
You know what? It's the smugness of this asshole that bugs me. You fucking suck at your job. You should be fired. You should be asking me at the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A what I like to add on a Pepsi. That's what you should be doing.
And move back scenarios, you can do that. We'll also look at moving up if that's a possibility. So it's exciting time for a year for us, and a chance to make some change on the roster.
It's an exciting time for a year for us because we suck at everything that we do. Everything that we have sucks, but that's okay. That's all right. I like this one. We're gonna get into the quarterback in a minute, but I like this one. I love this one about Hard Knocks. Hold on. I love this one. Asking thoughts on Hard Knocks.
No, I haven't gotten any calls on that. I think I know what that would tell him.
Oh, yeah. It's just Joe. Joe is just, and I love this one also because here we go. This is about Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders.
Joe, how would you compare Shedeur and Cam Ward?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into, comparing the guys. We've done a lot of work on those two. I know a lot of people are talking about those two, but there's other quarterbacks, throughout the draft, and excited to get around those guys as well.
You know, it's funny. People are talking about these two because most people in the NFL circles understand everything after these two is garbage. This is the Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis draft. And Kenny Pickett was the only quarterback that went in that draft. And I kept telling you guys, as I'm leery of picking up a 5th-year starter whose best year was his 5th year in college because he's already peaked. Let's listen to this one next. It does about the Joe Schoen doesn't have any issues as the quarterback doesn't throw at the combine. No, let's not do that one. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to find all the good ones. Oh, this is a good one about here. This is Joe Schoen saying the Giants are open to doing everything with that 3rd pick.
No, we're open to everything. We move up, move back. Again, it's an exciting time for a year. We're starting to put that together now, put the puzzle together. So, we're going to look at all options to.
When you're a 3-win team, everything's exciting. Here we go. And we talk about the 3-win team, but here we go. And that's compete today, win for tomorrow.
Yeah,
was the
we've got to
question.
be better. We're a 3-win team. So, where we are financially, from a salary cap health standpoint, we're in good shape. We have premium draft capital. So
you are in good shape with your salary cap because, wait for it, you don't have a quarterback.
Not suffocating. We have the resources to improve the roster. And, again, we made some decisions after that first year when we won, and, they didn't work out. So, again, we're.
You mean like getting rid of Xavier McKinney, getting rid of Saquon Barkley, doing all the things that you should have done the right way? Oh my God! I love it. Let's hear about his thoughts about the quarterback position, the most important position in sports. Quarterback's the most important position in sports. This is the question.
I've said it to you guys before. I think it's the most important position in football. And
wait a minute. This is why I love Joe Schoen. This is why I love the minted moron named Joe Schoen. I was thinking about it, the 53-man roster. That quarterback position, in my opinion, is probably the most important position in football. Oh, Ken.
Yeah, I would like to get a price check on Moron on aisle 2 wearing a red shirt with a Giants logo. Price check on Moron on 2 with wearing a Giant shirt, a red shirt, and a Giant logo.
We have one on our roster right now, and I think that's important wherever we address it, that the play has to be better than
Oops, wait a minute.
than what it's been. And, because of injuries, we played 4 quarterbacks this year. We played 3 last year. So, it'd be nice to have one guy out there that can, help you, give you the best chance to win games and also stay healthy. So, again.
So you want a guy that's going to go out there and stay healthy, but you're going to go out and get a Matthew Stafford or an Aaron Rodgers or something like that who has a tendency of not being healthy. This is about questions about veteran quarterbacks.
Yeah, and where we are, Tommy DeVito is our only quarterback on the roster. So you may evaluate both of those. Those both may be options. So, again, we don't know what's going to happen in the draft. We don't know who's going to be there. When we get around these kids, they may or may not be a fit for us. So, we're going to have to address the position somewhere. And even if you get a young quarterback, you'd like to have.
Really glad that Drake May, that Jaden Daniels, that Bo Nix, that just all those other Joe Milton, all those other guys in general just weren't a good fit for the Giants because they're only young quarterbacks that play well. But that's okay. It's okay, Joe.
A vet, in the room with them to show them the ropes and how to be a pro. So, we're looking at all different avenues. It's, hey, is this guy going to be really good for a young quarterback, or is this guy a starter? Or can we get a guy in the draft, or if we do, should we have a guy that's more of a guy that can develop and show a guy how to be a pro? So,
which is, if you talk to certain quarterbacks, is probably one of the most highly overrated things ever. But we need the cliche. We need the cliches because you got to, you can only play the games in front of you, and we got to play them one game at a time. And God willing, things will work out.
We're going to look at vets. We're going to look at the draft. We're going to look at trade candidates. We're going to look at under every rock to find the best prospect.
Usually, we find our prospects under rocks. I love he's happy for Saquon. I can't find the clip where he's swinging for the fences. There's a clip where he says, we're going to be swinging for the fences for the quarterback position. That's what we're going to be doing. Well, that's what we're going to do. And like I said, it's the arrogance. It's the smugness. This is about the mistakes.
Entering year 4 as the Giants GM, where do you think you are in that process?
Yeah, we've got to be better. We've got to be better. We were a 3-win team. So, where we are financially, from a salary cap health standpoint.
Oh, yeah, we already did that one. But Joe Schoen basically came out and said that he's swinging for the quarterback fences. He's going to do everything humanly possible to get to get a quarterback on this New York Giant team. And the way you hear it, it just kind of makes you cringe a little bit. It really does. And I love it because some people are predicting that the Giants are going to sign the one, the only, we know who he is, Russell Wilson, who didn't want to come here, who we didn't want to have come here for $1 million a year because we had Daniel Jones. But you think this guy is going to go towards the end of his career and go to the Giants? I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. Come on, people. Can we just pull our heads out of our asses for a minute and just understand that what you're going to get here is probably not going to be your first option at quarterback? It's really not. Because you want to know why? Anyone that's worth their salt or anyone that has any thought process in their mind is going to want to stay away from this situation. And that's really what it is. And there's growing speculation that they want to trade for Matthew Stafford. But who the hell says that Matthew Stafford even wants to come here? Joe Schoen says, here we go. Let's listen to the Joe Schoen comment about finding a quarterback you believe in. Because we had that
in the evaluation process that we have in place, whether it was when we were in Buffalo or what we've done here, we've continued to do it each year.
Bringing up Buffalo, Joe, is not the way to go.
And again, reflected on the seasons that some of the quarterbacks that we liked or didn't like have had. Again, I believe in that. And we'll continue that process the way we've done in the past. And you can't manufacture these things. So if you draft one and you don't believe in who that player is, just
Why would you even talk about drafting a quarterback you don't believe in?
to say you did it, and you got to believe in who the player is and that they can be a eventual franchise quarterback or whatever it may be. So again, like, we're going through that process now to say that there's going to be one there at 3 or in the second round or third round or whatever it may be. We're at the infancy stages of the.
Oh, disliking this guy is just so easy. It just makes it just so. Oh. And I love Joe says, whoever gives us the best chance to win, that's what we're going to do. That's who we're going with. Some people are available for certain reasons, like it's a 28-year-old or a 26-year-old, whatever it is. Sometimes these quarterbacks are available. There's just not these great quarterbacks out there. We're going to look at all options, says Joe. It's the most important position in football. You need to look through free agency, trades, drafts, whatever you need to get the best position out there. Whatever is available is what we're going to look at. We're going to swing for the fences. I don't remember where he says that in that part, but I got to find, I lost a quote because, like I said, I wasn't wanting to jump on the mic to even talk about this, but it's just the sheer arrogance of a guy that his team has gotten progressively worse going into year 4 of his regime. And people think when you have $60-something million in cap space that you can literally return this team into something else when anywhere between 18 to 20% of that cap space is normally predicated to a quarterback. It's the most important position out there. It's hard to find. Keep swinging. Keep swinging at that position until you find one. You haven't taken your bat off the fucking shoulder yet, Joe. You haven't swung once. You swung on Tommy DeVito. I mean, really, you haven't swung once. But you think you have this pedigree because of the fact that you.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
And I really do with Joe Schoen. I really do, and I try not to. But you don't swing. And you think that going out and overspending on free agents on an aging quarterback with an average offensive line that has issues in reference to injuries and undersized players and players that are probably not going to be here in a year or two, and you think that is going to fix the ship? When the ship, if you look at the 53-man roster, maybe there's like 8 guys that could go play someplace else. It's the delusion of this man that aggravates the shit out of me. Oh, maybe we'll do a combine stream tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But as always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell if you want to know why. Love you all.